Hi guys, welcome to another video here on my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Lakia and welcome to the Chaotic Critic family. For my returning subscribers, welcome back. Here on my channel, I share planning and organizational videos, plus so much more over on my blog, chaoticcritic.com. The link is always in the description box. The whole premise of my channel is to share with you guys how I'm crushing the chaos in my life, with hopes that you'll be inspired and encouraged to crush the chaos in yours. Today's video is another edition in my Planning for 2020 series. The first video that I posted of this series for this year was 5 tips on how to choose the right planner for you. One of those tips was talking about determining your writing style, and when you determine your writing style, you can choose the right layout for you when you're researching what's on the market. I wanted to do a whole separate video on this and share with you guys some examples. If you guys would like to see those 5 tips, I'll have that video linked for you guys to check out, as well as other links in the description box. But without further ado, let's get into my 6 writing styles, and I would love for you guys to leave in the comment section below any other writing styles that you have discovered in your planner journey. But let's get right into it. Writing style number 1 is the long-winded writer. If you're someone that likes to write sentences, you're not so much of a to-do person, your to-do lists are written out in long form instead of abbreviations, then I would recommend the horizontal layout. I have an example here. This one is a mini happy planner, and I did go ahead and modify this because I use this one as a faith planner. But the horizontal style is actually the one that's going to be most common that you find when you go to Target, Michael's, Walmart. Before I discovered the happy planner, all I saw were horizontal layouts. So for the long-winded people, I would recommend that kind of layout. Number 2 would be the lister. I am a lister. I love to write lists, and I was so happy when I discovered the Happy Planner layout because they had the boxes of morning, afternoon, and evening. This was back in 2015, and while I did end up whiting it out and they ended up removing it, I love to be able to make lists, and I was following that morning, afternoon, evening layout, and I would put my to-dos for the morning, afternoon, evening, in that order. Erin Condren is another one that has those 3 boxes, but there are also other vertical options. One being plum paper. And plum paper, this is their standard layout. You have the month here, you have the checklist here, notes, priorities are at the bottom, and then you can see here on each day it's all lines. Yes, this is an older one, but I will be sharing some more information on plum paper in this series, so stay tuned for that. But that is another one as far as vertical. Purple Trail is another one that's pretty common with vertical. Then for my time managers, I recommend the hourly, and while there are a lot of custom options you can get online, there are of course some you can get in store. One of my favorites that I used for a few months this year, and the only reason I'm not using it now is because I downsized in the size of my planner, but that is the Happy Planner Vertical Hourly. You have your priorities up here and then your hour format down here. I believe Erin Condren has an hourly. There are a lot of hourly undated options. There are inserts that you can get for the Happy Planner. I believe it's the half size. If you're using the half sheet notebook, there are dailies that you can use with hourly. There's also the hourly that you can use for the big Happy Planner, since the Happy Planner comes in an array of sizes. This is the vertical hourly extension pack. They do have the 2020 edition that is in the classic and big sizes. And when I was trying to figure out my planner for the year, I was torn between those, but I didn't love it, so I didn't settle, and I found something that would be the happy medium, and I created my own daily layout. So that's another option to DIY for my hourly people. Then for my goal getters, my prioritizers, there's the daily layouts. I mentioned making my own. Another option is to get a Stalogy or a grid notebook, dot grid, whatever. And for me, I would take old inserts that I have, inserts that I got on clearance. This is a monthly one. This was from March. And then I would just make my own day on a page. I loved my Stalogy. I'm kind of sad that I don't have it in my layout for the upcoming year, but here's an option of doing the hourly but still having lists and everything, and you can do tip-ins, okay? I mean, possibilities endless. So I love this. The Stalogy, this is a B6 Stalogy. They do have it in other colors. They also have it in a half year. But if you don't want to spend the 20 or so bucks, go to your local craft store, Michael's or AC Moore or Joann's. Look at the dot grid options that they have or the grid, and you can create your own bullet journal that way. You don't have to have a Stalogy. I like the Stalogy because it came with more paper. The pages are a little bit thinner. This is the 365 one, so it's meant to last a whole year. I ended up using mine for 6 months. But it's a lot of paper in here, so you could get a year's worth. I just happen to be sticker happy, but you could get your year's worth out of this for sure. But you don't have to. For those that are looking for a more cost-efficient option for bullet journals and they want to create daily layouts, then I would recommend going to your local craft store. Plus, with those, you can use coupons. Writing style number 5 would be for those that like at a glance. I would recommend looking at monthly planners. You can get these from any of those stores you go into, such as Staples, Michael's. Well, I wouldn't say Michael's. Walmart, definitely. Writing style number 5 are for my at a glance people that just need to see the month. I would recommend getting a monthly planner. You can get these for as cheap as $1 by going to Dollar Tree. They have about 3 different sizes, and you get the monthly, and then you may have a notes page or 2 in the back. And each of the monthly layouts do have like a little sidebar for you to put additional notes. Another thing that I recommend is that if you want something a little more fancy, then check out your local TJ Maxx, Burlington, Marshalls, Ross. They do have it in the stationery section. More hourly options where it's not just the monthly, you get more notes pages. They may sneak a little weekly gratitude page in there. Those are upwards of the $5 to $7 range. But if you just want something pen to paper, quick and easy, then just head over to your local dollar store and spend the buck on it. Don't break the bank on something that you don't really care too much about the quality of, and if you need to replace it, it's not really gonna kill your pocket. But anyway, I would recommend going to the Dollar Tree for that, since they do have super cute options and it gets the job done for what you need. My last one, tip number 6, writing style number 6, are for my customizers. I highly recommend inserts. Now for me, in the planner that I'm using, which is this half letter, I'm going to be using cloth and paper inserts for 2020, which I'm really excited about. I'm actually using cloth and paper for the month of November, and this came in the October stationery box. I'll link below that video for you guys to check out. But I recommend getting inserts because this way you can create the planner for you, and it goes back to one of the tips I mentioned in the choosing the right planner for you video, was mapping out what it is that you want in a planner. So when mapping out what it is that I want, a lot of the paper that I have in here, I do have some lined, which is from Staples. I do have some dot grid. So here's the lined paper from Staples, and then the dot grid paper is what I keep in my list section and my goals section. And then with that, you can just create what it is that you want and add in whatever papers you want. Now, another thing for my customizers is don't get too crazy on I need to have this work for the entire year. Just test it out. Some of the people, well, some of the shops that I know that sell inserts, both printable and they'll ship it to you. Cloth and paper, as I mentioned, Annie Plans Printables is really popular. Cessa, Lotus Co. I'll have a whole bunch linked for you guys to check out as far as inserts, but you can also buy inserts monthly. So month to month, if you don't want to, use it, then you can switch it up and use a different layout. So I would recommend something like Annie Plans Printables where you're printing it out for yourself. Now for something like where you're having them shipped to you, see if there are undated options. I know that I'm going to be buying the 2020 hourly for, well, yeah, the 2020 hourly from January to December from Cloth and Paper, but she also has a option of it being undated, and that's about, I would say, 60 days worth. So after 2 months, if you don't want to use it and you want to try something else, cool, then just do that. But inserts, the possibilities are endless, and if you don't buy for a whole year, you can buy monthly, quarterly, whatever works best for you as you're trying to figure out what you want in your planner. But let's go over the writing styles again really quick. Horizontal for my long-winded people, vertical for my listers, for my goal-getters and prioritizers, a daily might work best. For those that like time management, then an hourly. For my planner friends out there that are just straight cut and dry to the point, monthly might be best for you. And for all of you out there that prefer a little more customization, then look into inserts. I'll have full information in the description box for you guys to check out. Be sure to leave a comment or any questions or suggestions you have in the comments section below. Also in the description box with all the information mentioned in this video will also be the links to my blog and Instagram. The blog is chaoticcritic.com. My Instagram is @chaoticcritic. If you're not subscribed to the Chaotic Critic fam, what are you waiting for? Would love to have you join us. And if you are, I thank you guys so much. So much more to come in this Planning for 2020 series and here on the channel in general. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.